New York to Texas, a brutal snowstorm had hit the roads, leaving thousands stranded. The storm, named Aria, had brought the city to a standstill. Snowflakes danced in the air, covering everything in a thick layer of white. The roads were impassable, and the authorities had issued a state of emergency. In a small, run-down apartment in Brooklyn, 75-year-old Maria was struggling to keep her family warm. Her two grandchildren, 10-year-old Sophia and 12-year-old Carlos, huddled together, shivering with fear. Their parents were stuck in traffic, unable to reach them. Maria, a strong-willed woman, tried to keep their spirits high. "We'll be fine, kids. We'll make it through this." She ruffled Sophia's hair and handed her a warm cup of tea. As the night wore on, the storm showed no signs of abating. The power went out, plunging them into darkness. The temperature dropped, and the air grew colder. Maria knew they had to find shelter. Grabbing a few blankets, she led the kids out into the storm. The wind howled, and the snow stung their faces. They trudged through the drifts, struggling to stay upright. After what felt like an eternity, they stumbled upon a small, abandoned church. The door creaked open, and they stumbled inside. The church was cold and dark, but at least it was out of the wind. Maria quickly got a fire going, using some old wood she found in the corner. The kids huddled around the flickering flames, trying to warm up. Maria started to rummage through her bag, pulling out some canned goods and a small stove. As they huddled around the makeshift meal, the storm raged on outside. The wind howled, and the snow piled up against the door. But inside, they were warm, and they were together. As the night wore on, the kids drifted off to sleep, exhausted. Maria sat by the fire, watching the flames dance. She thought about her family and how they would make it through this. Suddenly, she heard a loud crash outside. The door burst open, and a figure stumbled in. It was a young man, soaked and frozen. "Please, help me," he whispered, collapsing to the ground. Maria quickly sprang into action, tending to the stranger. As he warmed up, he told them his story. He was a doctor, stuck in the storm on his way to the hospital. As the night wore on, the storm showed no signs of letting up. But in that small church, a sense of hope and community had formed. They were strangers, brought together by circumstance, but they were determined to survive, together. The next morning, the storm finally began to subside. The sun broke through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the snow-covered city. The kids woke up, stretching and yawning. The stranger, whose name was Alex, smiled at Maria. "Thank you," he said, his eyes filled with gratitude. "You saved my life." As they emerged from the church, they were greeted by a winter wonderland. The city was quiet, except for the sound of snowplows and sirens in the distance. Maria hugged her kids tight. "We are going to make it through this," she whispered.